Hello, my name is Alex Kazanowski, and today I'm going to tell you how to bake the best batch of cookies. First step, you're going to want to use 2 sticks of butter and cut one in half, which is going to be 3/4 of a cup of butter or 12 tablespoons, unsalted. Melt both in the microwave in 30-second increments. And in between, you can mix it up with a fork to melt the big chunks, so that way you're not wasting time by putting it in the microwave. Next, you're gonna wanna add it to 3/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 cup of white sugar. You're gonna mix that with the melted butter until combined and the sugar seems almost dissolved, and then add in 1 egg and 1 egg yolk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Mix that until combined. Next, you're gonna add your dry ingredients. I use 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I like to put this on top of my wet ingredients and just mix them a little bit on top before incorporating it into the wet ingredients to create a homogeneous dough. This saves me with the amount of dishes I have to do instead of having to mix it or sift it in a separate bowl first. After that's combined, I add in 1 cup and 1/4 cup of dry mix-ins. Dry mix-ins means something like chocolate chips, chopped chocolate, M&Ms, nuts, marshmallows, whatever you want, but not something wet like fruit. If you see any brown streaks in your dough at this point, don't worry. That's not unmixed vanilla, that's just the melting chocolate chips. Next, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you're going to want to line 2 metal baking pans with parchment paper. Pro tip, if your parchment paper is curling up on your pan and it makes it hard to work with, you can crinkle it before flattening it out on the pan, and that should stop it from trying to crease up and roll up again, making it easier to use. Next, take a tablespoon and put about 2 scoops of cookie dough, one on top of the other, on your pan. You can shape these together into a little cylinder. This will help it spread out nicely. With this amount of cookie dough, I make an average of about 18 cookies per batch. Put these in the oven for 22 minutes. If you've made any changes to the recipe, it can take anywhere from between 15 minutes to 28 minutes. So keep an eye on the cookies. The cookies will always harden no matter what you do to the recipe after you take them out of the oven. When you pull them out of the oven, make sure they're just softer before how you like them. When they cool, they'll become chewier and reach your desired texture. To allow them to cool faster, you can take them off of the hot pan and let them cool on the parchment paper on a separate countertop. Now your cookies are ready. Enjoy.